Welcome to Paradise Love and Veggies. I'm Samantha Janes. Today's kind of an exciting day. This is the last season or show of the season for season 2, so this makes 30 shows. There's definitely been some lumps and some growing pains, but I think I'm getting better with them. Today we're going to take a tour of the garden, and I'm going to show you how you clean garlic. And then I've got a music kind of video thing I put together. So I'm excited to show you the garden. It's been growing really well and looks amazing. So let's go take a walk. The sunflowers have been growing beautifully, and the bees are loving them. You can see there's a couple little bees in there right now, flying around. They're so cute. Okay, so this is my original area here, these steps, where I have my perennial herb garden, and they've really grown in this year, as you can kind of see here. So I'm really proud of that. So let's go up and see what else is growing. Got some beautiful basil here. That's regular Genovese basil. Here, this is some Thai basil that's growing. Seeds are really interesting because it wasn't hot enough for these basil to grow, so they actually just stayed dormant until they got hot enough, and then they started growing. I thought I had lost them. This is kind of the top area to the garden here. There's part of the farm in the background. Well, this is at the farm. All right, I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to show you the top area here for the herb garden. Kind of get a view looking across the valley over to my pumpkin area. We're going to head down there here in a little bit. I'm going to show you the pumpkins that are growing. My little old wagon of calendula I planted this year looks great. These are some seeds, some seedlings. I actually did some transplants. I've got some apple mint here and some lemon balm, and then some strawberry starts I started. This is super dry. If you kind of can see in there, it's actually a little bit wetter underneath. I've been watering the heck out of these, and it's just, the wind here in the valley is extreme and stuff dries out super fast. Over here I've got some Swiss chard in the back there, some Toscano kale, some of my favorite provider beans there, Amish snap peas, that's spinach, I've got Russian kale, and I guess Swiss chard in the back. I lied to you. This other area here, that's green curly kale right back there. You can see. Why, you may ask, is there this metal netting on here? This is for those stinking birds, because there's a lot around here and I don't want them popping out my cute little starts thinking that they're worms. So, this here is collard greens, and I've got 3 types of lettuce here. That is, oh gosh, I forget. I've got a purple hardy lettuce, and I've got Gully's favorite, and then this is a green leaf lettuce here. I can't always remember all the names of the different things, so as you know. Here's some stuff I kind of transplanted. I've got a lilac here. I've got some cherry trees my friend brought me over, and then a whole bunch of mullein that I found growing wild. I decided to pot it up. So, okay, so we're kind of going in a little circle here. So this is a hollyhock there. It's beautiful. These are some other little hollyhocks that I planted. Some snapdragons there. It's a snapdragon. These hollyhocks are beautiful. They take about 2 years. You put them out in the fall. They get a little bit bigger that next spring, and then it actually takes till that next spring for them to actually be of any height. So this is just walking down the garden road here. Got tomatoes. They're really trying. Got some tomatillos. These are beautiful. Over here, I'll show you. There's, if you can see there, beautiful tomatillos. My strawberries stopped producing. Totally depressing. I'm not sure why, what happened, but they're sending out a lot of runners, and the runners are great for making starts. So you can just kind of cut this here, pop that in some soil, and next year you'll have a strawberry plant. It's exciting. So here, kind of the back 40 of the garden. I've done kind of a circle now. I'm going to show you. So that's the steps I was sitting on when we first said hello. And this is the other side here. My little flower garden did really good this year. I cleaned out a bunch of stuff. It had tons of poppies. I've got a number of things still growing here. My daisies did really well. Got some echinacea just starting to grow here. I popped in some potted plants because this area, once I cleaned it up, looked really sad and empty. So another beautiful sunflower. This sunflower has been really well eaten. I don't know if you can see there with the way that the sun is, but birds are definitely taking advantage, which is good. Okay, let's see which way to go. We'll try to do a little circle here. My dahlias are doing beautiful. Got a bunch of what I call pinwheel dahlias. And you can see the bees just love these flowers. Bees and me love these flowers. Got some beautiful yellow dahlias here. We went through this last episode, but I thought it was worth another gander. This, I think, is going to be a yellow one. Probably the same as the yellow I have, but it does look a little bit different. So we'll have to see what happens. I've got tons of zucchini. Zucchini everywhere that the eye can see. Let's see what we got in here. There's a couple. There's a zucchini down in there. That's a good size one. More zucchinis. Everywhere zucchini. Bell peppers are just starting to take off. This is a poblano. I can't wait till it's bigger. Last year at this time, we had tons of peppers. They were going off like crazy. The weather this year has just been really different. And you really can't count on anything with Mother Nature. You have to just go with the flow because things can change. Speaking of change, we're standing right at where one of my areas of garlic were. And now you can see they've been all pulled out. This is another area over here with the tarps that I cleaned out. And we're going to cut to a little clip and you can see how to clean garlic. We'll be right back. Welcome to my garlic factory. Look at all this beautiful garlic. I'm so excited. I've been harvesting for days. Well, I should say cleaning for days. It did take me a few days to harvest, but that wasn't a big deal. So I'm pretty excited. I've been cleaning the garlic. I've never grown garlic before. If you remember, we planted it this spring and it really turned out great. I'm so excited about it. So I thought today I would show you in just a little clip here how easy it is to clean garlic because, you know, it's obviously that looks a lot nicer than that. So I'm going to show you how it's done. To clean garlic, you really only need a couple things. You need a good pair of scissors. And before I cut that, you also need, this is kind of a hard wire or hard bristled brush. You could also use a little wire brush, but that to me, I'm just afraid I'm going to actually do more damage. So I've just used this and it's worked great. And it's mainly just to get the dirt off the very end of the stem. So just cut your garlic top there. You can see just a little bit ahead of the actual bulb part here. That's maybe about a ½ inch. And then you can kind of see here the different layers of paper. And so you just kind of start peeling away. Look at that beautiful color. And then just with your nail really gently, the garlic will pretty much tell you, as I say that, I did a little bit too much on this. It'll pretty much let you know, like, so this here, I'm just gonna make into seeds because I wanna sell my garlic with the paper on it. And you can actually, you can see how beautiful that garlic clove is there. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna toss that over into my seed bin, and we're gonna cut another one here. Okay, so like I said, just peel away the paper here. Super easy to do. You have to be kind of gentle, but it doesn't take too much effort. You see it kind of pulls away there at the stem. And that's almost done. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to kind of trim a little bit of the top here. And then I'm going to take my handy little paintbrush here and I'm just going to really, really hard scrub the top there. There we go. And you can see how much cleaner and nice that is. So there you go. There's a beautiful clove of garlic ready for sale. We'll grow more next year. Okay, I'm back, and I hope that answered all your questions about cleaning up garlic. That was a great experience, and I look forward to growing garlic again next year. Okay, so here we've got some collard greens, and they're just beautiful leaves. I've got my Brussels sprouts here in the back. They're just starting to make little Brussels, which is exciting. And I've got a pretty long row down going here in the back. Got some Russian kale here in front of us. I've got the Toscano kale here. This is one of the, people call it dinosaur kale. It's one of my favorite kales. Good stuff. Green curly kale, of course, right here. Swiss chard trying to go to seed. When this happens here, you can just kind of pop this off. I would pop this whole branch off here and just eat this in a saute, and then it's going to preserve a little bit longer because you really want big leafy. You don't want small Swiss chard. I mean, a little bit's good small, but this time of year it should be pretty good size. Got a few purple cabbages left. The slugs really like them, as you can see, but we'll let these get a little bit bigger before we pull them. Okay, I think we're going to kind of backtrack around. I'm going to go back around this pathway here. I'm going to show you in this area here, we've got these are Chioggia beets. These are ones that on the inside are red and white stripes, and they're really, really beautiful. We've got some carrots in here. Let's see. Oh, look at little baby carrots. Nice. Got some other, oops, there's me in the shadow. Got some Detroit, they're called Detroit red beets. These didn't do so hot. I'll try to pull one up for you. Oh, there you go. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, so going back to the path here, we're going to do a little loop-de-loo and go check out the pumpkin area. See if we can find a red tomato for you. They're kind of hit and miss this year. So this is the underneath side of where I just showed you the tomatillos up top there. And let's see. Oh, here it is. I've been scoping on this. I was like, oh, this will be super fun for the show to wait. So this is an Amish paste tomato. They're very much like aroma, and that looks perfect. So I'm going to pick that and enjoy that later. Okay, just kind of turning around here. My super neat sink veggie wash station my friends got for my 50th birthday this year. I've got more zucchini over here, kids. It's crazy. Got some crookneck squash there, you can see. And more zucchini. Lots more zucchini. It's everywhere. We've got some beans over here. These are those provider beans. I really like them. My friend came and helped me today in the garden. She picked these really heavy, and this looks small today. You see how it is for my hand, but that'll be fat and delicious tomorrow. Here, these are scarlet runner beans, and they're beautiful. These crank out a beautiful bean, purple and pink striped. They're beautiful. Okay, I'm going over to the Wild 40 here. So remember, I put in all these rows, and it's been pretty nice for the most part. I've really not had to do much over here, other than try to remember I have more zucchini over here, and just keep an eye on it because it gets really out of control. There's some yellow zucchini in there, you can see. So I've got some beautiful heads of cabbage here. You can see these did really, really well. The broccoli over here has done really well. Look at that nice head of cabbage. It's just growing. There's a big fat one over here I wanted to show you. I think there is. All right, let's see. Go a little bit further. I've got here watermelon starting. Look at that baby. Oh, here's a big old fat. Look at this cabbage. Can you see how big that is? It's the size of my hand. Oh, that's going to be delicious. So yeah, my pumpkin patch is looking really good. You can see how vast it is. And wanted to show you, I'm pretty excited about, this is one of the beginning of a panache squash. These are really delicious. Whoops, they're really delicious. I was trying to kind of show you how big it is. So not super big right now, but they get really big, and you just slice them, and you can fry them, and they're just delicious. All right, let's try to find a pumpkin. And there's one somewhere here. I saw it the other day. There's lots of zucchinis. There's a couple big zucchinis in here. Oh my goodness. There's one over there. You can see it. Oh my goodness. So many zucchinis. All right. Here it is. Here's my pumpkin. So that's doing pretty good. It's getting pretty big. I need to try to cut back some leaves so he can get some sun, but I've still got, it's middle of August, so I've still got a couple months before I really need it to orange up for the, Halloween, October season. So I think we'll be okay. And let's see what else. More tomatoes over here. Crazy. And you can just see how many are on this branch here. I mean, there's just going to be so many. You can see that there. I mean, they're just really starting to go off here. And there's me in the background. Apologize for that shadow. Got more over there, 3 rows over here. And then that other area in the back, the other area. That is kind of a menagerie of, I've got the sunflowers there, of course. My giant pumpkin is really a bomb. I'll show it to you. And the rest are just some different squash. They're going to kind of surprise me. I planted all these different mounds. And more regular pumpkins there. And then more, I've got some delicata and stuff back there. That was the rest of my chips that I bagged up. Okay, and this is my very sad, this is supposed to be a giant pumpkin, and it just, I don't think it's gonna do much, but he tried. He tried so hard. So I'm going to send you off and thank you for watching episode 2, all of season 2 with me, and the last episode today. And yeah, I'm going to send you off with the video I put together. It was a song I wrote years ago, and just give you a little bit of information about how I got into farming, a little bit more about me. Season 3 will be a different format. It's exciting, and I look forward to seeing you there. Have a great day. Thanks for watching Paradise Love and Veggies. I'm Samantha Janes.
I'm going down, navigating on my own, cruising down life's big highway. I'm a cruising down the road. I ain't never turning back, 'cause I've got far to go. Cleaning up the skeletons.
It was just over 6 years ago when I fell in love with farming. I was fortunate enough to be able to learn from my friend Nikki, who has been farming for the better part of her life. Prior to realizing I wanted to play in the dirt all day, I had had a wide range of employment opportunities: commercial fishing, garbage collection, banking, financial services, website building, and an endorsement to teach marine safety for the Coast Guard are just a few.
Cruising down the road. I ain't never turning back, 'cause I've got far to go. I've hit a little traffic along the way, but in this lane I'm gonna stay.
Farming isn't a glamorous job. It's a lot of hard, back-breaking, monumentous tasks that build upon one another to produce a feeling of satisfaction with the tangible result of food to eat. I'm also drawn to the amount of time I get to spend by myself and process parts of my past that have caused me hardship or heartache. I'm growing food and I'm growing myself. For me, having an artistic vision of what my garden could look like keeps me up at night and challenges me every day as I struggle through the aches and pains.
I'm passing up the milestones one by one.
When I was a young girl, my great-grandmother encouraged me to find a career that would challenge my mind and save my muscles and joints. Although perhaps I should have been better at following her warning, I've never regretted the adventures I've had. I have always been drawn to physical activity and challenges, so here I am at 50 years old trying to carve out a niche for myself that is enjoyable and profitable. I'm still working on the profitable part. My goal for Paradise Love and Veggies is to share with you the triumphs and pitfalls, and through it all, the joy and satisfaction farming and gardening brings. Thank you for being part of the show. Stay tuned for the upcoming Season 3, more gardening, more stories, and more adventures about life and growing in the Pacific Northwest. I wish you much peace. See you soon.
'Cause I've got far to go.